Hello and welcome to Brew Babes Podcast, and it is our first episode in the studio, which is super exciting. You guys have not been here, but before I tell you that, I will do my introductions. Sitting to my right, the beautiful, the amazing, the event goddess, my beer life mate, Kat Jones. We got to coin that phrase during Beer Week.
Indeed.
I love it, and it did stick. And on my left, the amazing and talented and beautiful and spiritual and everything else, my beer soul sister, Taylor Woods. How are you guys today?
So good. So relaxed.
Right? Like the chaos of Beer Week is done.
I know.
And now you can be like,
until next year.
Yeah.
Until
Or a few months.
next month when I'm free.
Yeah. So, no, that's super exciting. And you guys have not been to the studio yet.
Mm-mm.
This is you guys were here when we were still in construction.
Yes.
So everybody you got to see bits and pieces as we were putting it together. And of course, every time I finish something, I sent it over.
Yes.
So there's probably a million pictures.
Little
we can
snapshots.
little things, but it is now done. There are a few things that I do. Some of it, So we have Betty.
Yes. The beautiful Betty.
The beautiful Betty. So we can do a segment called What Would Betty White Do?
Patron saint of
Done.
badass
Yes.
women.
Patron saint of badass women. There is a hole here, an empty spot over there. And you know what? That's still going to be a surprise. I do have another painting coming. I'm not going to tell anyone what it is. You guys will see it when it gets here. I've thrown out some ideas for you guys, but I did choose one and it's going up there. But, and we've talked about this before, and I don't even know. We had so many issues with sound that I don't know if it ever got out. But one of the things that we all share, which is a tragic thing that we all share, is that we all lost our moms.
Oh. Yeah.
And if anyone people mention this all the time, I always wear a butterfly because I don't want to picture my mom as gone. I want to picture her as just moved into something more beautiful.
Transformed.
So if you look at our wall back here, there is 1, 2, and 3 butterflies.
I love that.
I love that so much.
I see butterflies as my mom too.
Me too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that.
That just was something that was super always meaningful to me, and I wanted to make sure that all of our moms were here kind of over us and watching
Very
us.
sweet.
Yeah. So,
That's a nice surprise.
I know.
Mama's here.
Yeah.
It's here. Mama's always here.
So that was and there's a lot of little things that I just didn't tell you guys as I was going. I do have a spot right there. There's a couple empty spots that you'll see. That spot right there is going to be for Southern Lights.
Perfect.
I
I actually have 2 tackers for you as well.
okay.
And there we go.
Yeah, I think
Build up the wall.
Southern Lights has been so good to us from the beginning. They've been so supportive and so amazing, and we love them. It's honestly being at Southern Lights is the reason why I got back into being a friend of the house, behind the legislation and actually connecting with people. You were there, and you have to go more and see.
I need to go there more.
Yeah,
because I
it is
do like the
amazing.
vibe
there.
there.
You like it.
I do like that. It was one of the first places I would venture to on my own. So it's a
Yes.
cool vibe.
And we do have our Reef Donkey.
Of course.
'Cause
Lots of guys
course,
up here.
Represent.
Tampa Bay Brewing Company has also been such an amazing support system for us. And, my crazy Reef Donkey story in curlers, full makeup to do the calendar shoot.
Yes.
And I went literally because I don't care if it was going to be on camera. Nobody was going to see the type of beer that I was drinking. I was not going to drink a corporate beer. They had Reef Donkey. So I had, and I didn't, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
1 photo shoot, and I bought 3 Reef Donkeys. I don't
There
know how
you
many
go,
Donkeys.
girl.
I bought myself a box of donks for my photo shoot.
Doggy dogs.
Shout out to the 9-pack. More than double the donks. Thanks to our sponsors.
So Tampa Bay Brewing Company, we expect you to be our first sponsor because if one that is actually putting the name Reef Donkey out there more than we are.
Also the calendar. Sponsor the next calendar.
Sponsor
The
the
Reef
calendar.
Donkadonks.
It's so funny. So so we've got that. There's
Love it.
a lot of local breweries. That Cigar City sign is actually one of the originals.
No way.
Yeah, so that is from at least 15 years ago.
A relic.
That is like, we have that. Alex had one of those, and then he had a hat. He's got a hat with that, and people would be like, "Where did you get that?" And he's like, "Oh, you can't get this anymore."
Oh, awesome.
So that so just some cool little like history. Like, I like things to be very meaningful when we come in there. And then the only other thing is the beer. As most people know, my radio mentor was Scott Ledger. He was the voice of 98 Rock for so long. And he was like family to us. He lived in our home and he passed away in my arms. And the one thing he always said to me is, "You're such a great on-air talent. Never give that up." But the one thing that he did that I want us to do here is when you open the can, you have to do it in the microphone.
Alrighty.
Just so in honor of Ledge.
Ooh, I had a little spritz to it.
Now I'm wearing the beer.
Beer shower.
That's awesome.
We love it. All right.
Thanks, Ledge.
Cheers.
Thanks,
ladies.
Ledge.
But
Cheers.
yeah, cheers to our very first episode.
Brew Babes.
All right. Now, the theme of this episode for everyone out there is going to be summer.
Summer.
Because summer's coming, and that means a lot of changes in the beer industry.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the biggest changes that are for people that just, we call them enthusiasts. I know one of our big supporters, Mo, actually hates that word. He's like,
enthusiast?
Oh, I told you the story behind it. We split up our board into multiple different levels, and we guide those levels off of the three-tier system. So not only do we have brewery industry workers who are part of the board, we also have distributors who are part of the board, which is actually how I'm lucky enough to be involved with Beer Week anyways, because I was working for a distributor. I always joke, otherwise I wouldn't have been picked from like the brewery side of things, because there's so many people who are
so many,
like, not because I'm bad
so
or
many
anything, it's
talents.
just- but I was working for a distributor. And then we have the retailers, so that could be anybody from like, at the time was person who worked at a bottle shop when I got elected, or Mike Vetter, who runs the homebrew, or any retailer, any bar, front of house kind of a thing. And then we have the fourth, which is, we call our craft beer enthusiasts, which is
the real name,
which actually is a real thing
that is
in the
what
industry.
We call them.
That's what we call them, and it's not a slight at all. It's just that they don't have industry jobs.
But they make the whole thing go.
But they make the whole thing go.
Yeah.
They're arguably the most important part of this
Right.
entire thing, right? If we didn't have patrons, then we wouldn't have business. So we have people on the Beer Week board, such as like a teacher, a lawyer, people who aren't industry people. They are craft beer enthusiasts. And as things were moving along, Mo had mentioned he might, want to be involved or whatever. And I was like, yeah, blah, blah. And it came up at halfway there. We were both very tipsy at this point, enjoying the after party at Grand Central.
We definitely enjoy the after party.
and that year, like Ashley and I had done so much to put halfway there on. I mean, the whole board was very involved, obviously, but like that was like our year. And Mo's like, yeah, man, I love beer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Mo, do you need to come to the brewery or whatever? And we were sitting there and we were talking. He's like, do you remember that one time you called me a craft beer enthusiast? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I went up to Gulfport with Bob and we were sitting there and you're like, what do you guys even do in the industry? And I was like, oh man, I might have been really drunk for that conversation, but I didn't mean it as a slight. He's like, well, I'm just an enthusiast. And I'm like, you are. You're so much more than an enthusiast. So I actually, you can look it up on my website, but I actually made a t-shirt just for you.
He really
love
like. So here's the thing. I love Mo.
Me too.
I absolutely adore him.
So
And we spent almost every event we were at the same events. A few times he went to some events.
everywhere.
He's everywhere.
And so is Bob. And like, there's so many people who just go to everything.
I labeled him the most enthusiastic enthusiast.
Oh, he probably hates.
Yeah.
But right.
But I'm like,
Right.
you don't like that? Well, we're doubling down
Worst things
now.
about it all.
Yes. I'm like, but you're the most enthusiastic beer enthusiast.
Yes.
And he's like, that's not better.
Right. He was like, I prefer Ally. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Ally. Because we, at the time I was like, we were talking about the Alliance. And so he's like, I'm a craft beer ally. I'm like, okay, that's fair. Like, he pays to go to the Florida Brewers Guild
He
conference.
does.
Like he's very involved.
Yeah.
And there's so many people who are very
He is. He's very involved, and I absolutely adore him. And every event that we were at, he was like, so when are you going to interview me? And I'm like, honestly, you've been such a big supporter and such a big part of what we do. Like, come on. And he's like, no, not right now. But then halfway through Beer Week, when he was like, when are you going to interview me? I'm like, just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. You have an open invitation. Literally, you want to wait till we're in studio? Come in studio.
Do it or don't do it.
Yeah, like, just stop now. It's not a funny joke because you're welcome.
That's funny.
And so Mo, we love you.
You're
Love
welcome
you.
to come in.
Love
I'll
you. And you're the most enthusiastic
You're the most enthusiast
ever. He's gonna hate that. He's gonna hate
gonna
this
love
whole
this.
episode.
He's gonna love it.
But all right, so but back to summer.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I get it.
Almost side caught.
I want to know what is, because the tap, this is the biggest change for the beer enthusiasts. The beer enthusiasts, which we call them enthusiasts because the word customer, the word patron, it just doesn't sound correct. So we call them beer enthusiasts, and the biggest change for them is going to be the tap list. Tap lists are going to change. Yeah. They're already starting to change over, I know, at the breweries that we are at. What is your favorite change that you see in the summer on the tap list? Oh, you have something.
It's one thing I've found people love. Enthusiasts love, including myself. The brewers, not so much. At least some of the brewers I've had some conversation with. And that is seltzers on tap.
Yeah,
I love it. I want to drink Margarade all day long.
You and
I
everyone.
love
everyone.
everybody. Exactly.
Shout out to
Everybody
Marker
loves it.
48.
Shout out to Marker 48.
I'm also on the wall.
Everyone loves
you
the
should be
blue.
sponsored at least number 2.
The
Come
blue,
on,
the
dude.
red, the what you
Yeah,
do.
green. They put out green for.
I would
for
like
March.
that
it's
one.
sour apple.
Oh,
So it smacks. Like, it smacks so hard.
I wish I liked
Yes.
seltzers more because it's not like they don't make a good seltzer, because they make a great seltzer. But I don't like the aftertaste of seltzer.
Just the bubbles.
It's just that, like, I just don't like it. And it's not that and of all the seltzers, they make the one I like the most.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's lots of different, like, types. You got your, like,
Yeah, I don't like the vodka
Fruity.
seltzers at $3.
oh, yeah,
Listen,
you want to break it down even further. You got malt-based seltzers.
Oh, yeah.
alcohol
Vodka seltzer,
Yeah.
all of those.
And I would tell you, I think $3 has one of the best cider tap lists ever.
yeah.
I mean,
Yum.
they just kill it on ciders. But then I do their seltzers, which I know are super popular, but like, I can't do it. But okay. Now you do more NA, mostly NAs. Now you're all NA.
I'm all in it. I mean, I'll taste like
but you'll taste
some
a few
things on
here
the
and
tap
there.
list.
But
yeah.
is there different NAs that come out?
I mean, I think what I'm drinking now is the newest like summer edition. It's Athletics salt and lime, or lime and salt. And it's really delicious. It tastes, I don't know what it is comparable in the craft beer industry, but like a lime lager, like
Yeah,
a Mexican
yeah.
lager with heavy lime in it.
Yeah.
But it's delicious. I like that. I like more of like the gozas, like the salty sours that are coming
yeah.
out, all that kind of stuff.
So now this is the time. So I am not a light lager person. Everybody knows that. I say it all the time. I know that's the most popular, and everyone's like, no, light lagers are the best. Awesome.
Not for you.
Congratulations. There's about 1 million of them on the marketplace. So you have your choice. It's not my thing. But I do start to switch at the towards the end now. I'm not doing as many hefes, although I love them. They're a little too heavy now. And I love the pickle beers that come out.
I do love some briny beer.
I just find that, and I know this sounds crazy because and by the way, I hate pickles.
Really?
Hate them. I will pull them off of a burger. I hate relish. I hate pickles. I hate everything.
Yin and yang, baby.
Yeah.
But a pickled sour.
But a pickled sour.
Which tastes like pickles.
Right. And the more pickle juice it tastes like, the better.
Do you like pickle juice? Just not the texture
No.
of a pickle?
No, I like, if it doesn't have the beer flavor with it, I don't want it.
So it's the combo.
It is the combo, but I find it super refreshing. So
It's
like,
very
I
good.
love
Like pickle
that.
bread. Drinkable pickle bread.
And you know what else?
Pickle butter.
Alex has got me into pickle chips.
I like pickle chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the pickle potato chips, we'll do those. every
Pickled
once in a
potato
while.
chips, not
Not
pickled chips.
right. Not
Like,
pickled
Like
chips.
fried pickles.
fried-
I don't like
We'll work on
pickled
it.
anything. Like, people are like, look at all these pickled veggies, and there's cauliflower.
Oh, you don't like any like pickled onions, any of it?
No.
You just don't like vinegar.
No, I don't.
The beer just hides the,
That hides the vinegar.
That's how that works.
It's not sugar
You
and
just want that
salt.
sugar and salt. That's all you want. Little mustard
I
seed.
just like a lot of salt in my beer. That's it.
That's
That's
hilarious.
fair.
No, I mean I love the Cuneys. There goes my pickle.
Oh,
Just their
yeah.
pickled-
Mm.
I
But
just
it's
saw
right
that
in the
there's one
sour,
there.
fruited sour category.
So
right
it's
there.
really
So, yeah.
strong, sweet, kind of
Oh, yeah.
pickly.
It's so
Yeah.
refreshing.
Okay.
It's like you're drinking pickle juice that has alcohol in it. And, like,
Right.
also, that's kind of how I feel about Marker 48. It's like
Powerade
It's just
with-
Yes,
Powerade.
oh,
with
it's
alcohol.
Powerade.
Yeah, I
with
describe it as
alcohol.
6% blue Powerade. Like
Yes.
that's how I sell it, or 6%
Yeah.
red Powerade.
Yeah, and so many people, and I know, listen, I know like the big like beer enthusiasts will be like, oh, it's just a seltzer. It's
Why don't
not
you just
a
drink
beer.
juice?
Just yeah. But honestly, like as people that work in the front of the house,
It
it brings us a lot of money because that's
Absolutely.
what everybody likes. Not everybody, but in the summer, we're selling a lot of it. And I'm always I'm a marketer. Everybody knows that. I do marketing. And so I always err on the what sells over what I personally like.
Right.
Well, you
a
say
point.
wait. You say sure, but that's not always how. And I'm not calling anyone out. That's not always how breweries move forward.
Sure. We're just saying sure now.
Yeah.
In different tones.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Affirmative.
Sure.
No, not everybody believes in that theory of we're gonna sell what sells. Listen, I'm not a seltzer person, but I know that they're super popular. So if we have 4 on the tap list, awesome. Do I want any of those 4? No. You know, but I'm gonna find a beer at a brewery.
Yeah.
But other people who aren't beer enthusiasts, but they're beer curious, they're not always gonna find a beer. And
we
think,
should make beer curious shirts too.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
sorry.
funny.
yes.
I
No,
like
no,
save
I
that
get
one
it.
for later.
Beer curious.
We've got a few in there.
So luckily it's recorded,
We
so
can
we can
make
just go back.
Pride shirts.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
So that's
With the
interesting.
Hop Daddy shirt
A Hop
too.
Daddy,
That's in
yeah.
there.
Yes, which are sold out, by the
You
way.
did such a good job.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Hop Baby. That's the other one.
Hop Daddy Energy shirts are sold out. I'm gonna have to make another run of them
With Hop Baby.
but with a Hop Baby.
Yeah.
So if you were at any event, if you weren't at any event, you have no idea what we're talking about. But if you were at any of the events, you will know that we designed a Hop Daddy Energy shirt. So it just says Hop Daddy Energy with a little hop. It's actually super simple design. And this shirt was so popular. And I mean, people were like coming back and being like, hey, can you just
Put one to the
put one
side.
to the side for me? And then other people were like, do you have a bag like I can hide it? Because this is for my husband or for my dad or for
Aw, I love that.
No. So a lot of Father's Day gifts were bought at our booth. And they were Hop Daddy Energy shirts.
Hop Daddies.
To the point where we actually sold out before the second weekend.
That's great.
Yeah. So they were gone,
Oh,
which
I
I
love
think
that.
is awesome. And the other shirt that did really, really well was Hot Girls Drink Beer, which I thought was a cute
Facts.
shirt.
It's
But
true.
yeah, so those, yeah, so yeah, beer curious, that'll be a fun one. But listen, and the one thing I'll say is I think, again, coming from marketing, you got to do what sells. And I think that is something that more breweries need to embrace. And I said this you guys weren't in studio, simply because you didn't know it was done.
Surprise.
I finished one day and just was like, well, while I'm checking the equipment.
Go that.
But I did say on the last one, I think that you're going to see a lot of innovation. You know, the craft beer industry is getting, I don't want to say harder. It's getting to a point in the industry, which is a very young industry, that innovation needs to happen. And I've said for a long time that innovation needs to come in the form of more seltzers, more NA options, but also moving your marketing towards being more of a community center than just about a beverage. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who just don't drink, and that number is growing. So I want to ask you guys, as the summer is approaching and we're all going to get slower, what I look at things like the weekly, mainstay events as something that breweries need to start doing now.
Yeah.
They need to do it over the summer because they need to start building up that I know it's going to be here, which takes a long time. It takes like at least 3 months for a new event to actually take off to where people go, oh yeah, I remember that now.
It's on the schedule. It's
on the
regular.
schedule. It's a regular thing, and they start coming out regularly. And I think that it needs to start over the summer so that by the time people come back and are visiting, the people that they are coming to visit go, oh, you know where I go on Tuesday? I go over here because it's Tuesday trivia. And this is, and I didn't realize it until Beer Week, this is a controversial thing. Yes, I heard from more, because again, we get to be with our 200 best friends in the industry.
I love that you said that. I giggled
all with their own club.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah. And then we get to be with the beer enthusiasts and then join, it's all a big,
we're all just one big,
big happy family. And I didn't realize this because as I was having conversations with people in the industry, it's like, I hate trivia, we're not doing it. But it brings people in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. I don't like it. okay, I don't like
They don't-
seltzer, but we put it on tap.
They don't like it
Right.
because they feel like everyone's doing it.
There's a little bit of everybody's doing it. And then there's a little bit of, I just don't like trivia. I don't get it. Why do people want to answer questions? Like, what is the cool thing about that? And I mean,
Well, there's something for everyone. I don't like reality TV, but a ton of people watch reality
Absolutely.
TV.
and
I don't like rock climbing, but people have
people
dedicated
love it.
their lives
Right.
to it.
To each their own. That's why there's a million types of beer.
If I'm
different
running,
types of
you
beer.
better look behind me because something's chasing me.
Exactly.
But there's people who do it because
The only
that's
time I'm
fun.
running is when I'm running late.
Just every day, man. You are in such good shape, girl. But no, I want to know what you guys think. Like, what if you were to give a brewery, because we are going to get into a slower season. We've all been around for a long time, and we are front of the house, so we actually get to talk to customers,
Right,
and know what they are looking for. What would you say are the biggest events that breweries should start now? And basically, why that event, and whether you could just say, because I like it. I guess you already know my opinion on that. But what do you think breweries should start doing now, especially to get through the slow season and then to start building for a stronger season coming fall?
I think what's coming to me is, I think all breweries are kind of going to like a craft experience, or if it's craft beverages, not just craft beer, but craft beverages and all. So how can we make it curated to just, it's unique, it's special, and then craft experiences, whatever it is. So I think if you don't like trivia, if you don't like bingo, like make it so it's something that might fit into a general, like everyone likes trivia, but maybe make it like horror trivia if that fits your brewery, if that fits your
More
clientele.
themed.
Yeah, and make it
Interesting.
crafted to
Oh.
your community,
Oh, I
because
like
each
that.
place like something else. Another thing that came to mind is people like to support a cause. So if there's a
Yes.
nonprofit, if some kind of fundraiser, I just did a fundraiser yesterday and it brought a whole biker like group of people out, and
How was that?
it was amazing.
Oh,
It was great. We raised like $442 for ALS, and
Which is great.
That's amazing.
great people came out. And I think just having a cause that people care about is another great reason. So if you have crafted, curated, hold on, crafted beer, crafted events, but all for a cause.
Yeah.
I think that's what people are still craving. They're craving crafted experience, good breweries, good community, and something that is for something larger than ourselves.
I get that. I know, and I honestly didn't even think about crafted to like be themed.
That's cute.
To
That
make
is
it all
cute.
craft.
Yeah.
Because that's why I like just really nice things. It can
Yeah.
be really nice beverages, really nice food, really nice fun craft I made at this Lunar Curiosities or something.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
something that you can only do in one place.
Southern Lights has been doing those like craft nights. They use their back area to they did like an Easter one, they did a Halloween one,
Yeah.
they're going
Yeah.
in painting. There's that amazing local guy, at least in St. Pete. I'm sure he comes up to you guys as well up here, but he does the bonsai tree.
love that
Dude,
guy.
he's so
I'd
nice.
like to try
Okay.
that.
He's so
And-
nice, right? But that's
And
like,
that sounds fun.
you're
Like big
doing
kid
it
events.
Have you
the
ever?
brewery.
You have never done bonsai?
No.
me either.
Okay. So last year we went to the class. It was
Did
at
you?
Caledonia.
Oh, cool.
And me and Alex go and we're like, yeah, we're gonna have this is gonna be so fun. And then he starts off with, hi, this is, and I forget his name, and I'm with this company, and he's like, and he tells us what we're gonna do, and then he goes, and just so you know, if you need, we do
Oh, you told me
vacation bonsai sitting, and if you have to evacuate for a hurricane, we can take care of your bonsai. And I'm like,
because that's the one fear you have.
what are we getting into?
I know, this is a child now. You're
Wait,
committed.
We're empty boosters. Like, whoa. Like how much, like compared to a dog, how much care does this tree need?
Oh my god.
So
love
I
that.
will warn you, the bonsai guy is great. It is such a fun event. But a bonsai tree, which I've killed mine.
I
by
was
the way.
that was my
Yeah,
next
that's the-
question. I was
yeah.
like, do you still
No,
have
no.
it?
And here's the thing. You know why he does hurricane evacuation? Like, because that's when mine died.
Yeah.
It was, I didn't have to evacuate, but I left the little pot outside and they're wired into their pots.
Yeah.
And the wind took it and fell and it
cracked
and it
it.
cracked and then it died. So I guess you do need a hurricane sitter.
Rest in peace, bonsai.
Yeah, my bonsai tree is done, but because they're a lot of work. But yeah, so I just understand what you're getting into with a
Well, yeah,
bonsai
but I
tree.
mean, It doesn't necessarily have to be
No,
that.
no,
but,
no.
some sort of craft experience. Like we're setting up over at Golf Bar, we're going to do a plant swap.
I
love
Which
those.
I have a bunch of like little succulents and propagations and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm a little overwhelmed and they're going to die if I don't, give them away or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did a prop swap a couple weeks ago and I just like left a bucket out and people started like putting theirs in. And I was like, we got to make an event out of this. This is really fun. And then you can connect to your community too, because especially with the Gulfport markets that we've got down there, we've got all those vendors that sell plants and, orchids and whatnot. So we're going to invite all of them, and we don't have a date for it yet, but I'm very excited for
awesome.
that.
That's cool.
But something we do weekly is like, the other side of art. Beer is art and science. Musicians are a huge role in all the breweries. Everybody's got like their people that they go to, but we do open mic on Thursday nights.
I love those.
And
They're
does
so
that bring
fun.
that brings a good
Oh,
crowd?
it brings a great crowd, and it brings a great crowd of people who drink different things too.
Yeah.
Like not everyone's drinking beers. A lot of people are NA. A lot of people are wine drinkers. But it kind of just brings everybody together to say like that's their spot.
Let's hang out. Yeah.
And they get up and they jam together, or you can just sign up to do a solo, or if you want to go sing but you don't have any music, there's like a group of guys that'll help like play for the music.
That's fun.
Yeah, our GM Joe actually just took it over because our sweet Natalia, she ended up moving. We love her so much, but she started it about a year and a half ago, and we started it in the summer. Like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like we're like, let's try to just get something to get people in here. We tried to do a green room thing too, which was like more like acoustic kind of a vibe.
Okay.
That didn't stick, but we tried it during summer.
Right.
It is a good
to see what would
time
do.
to practice, see
I
what
mean,
sticks. Yeah.
I do think and I know a lot of breweries that are like, we're going to cut hours and we're going to like, just not open as much and just not serve as much, like not have as much on the tap list because summer is hard and we're not making as much money and all that stuff costs money. And I get that. And again, this may be because I'm a little like overinflated with marketing because I just think you market through it.
Opposite direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw more parties.
Throw more. Yeah. I'm like,
Get people going.
So it's
Yeah.
exclusive now. It's a
Right.
summer try.
and it's like, well, we can't do a market because it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. Okay,
Night
do
markets.
a pop-up shop every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
inside.
Yeah,
Inside,
like because
yeah.
then you have one vendor that's going to promote that they're there, and you just keep rotating that vendor.
Sure.
So it's something that it's not one market where you're hitting 6 different people or 12 people or 15 or whatever. It's a very curated day where today we're going to introduce our Mexican lager, and we have this Latin American artist that is going to come out
I
and do a
love when they
pop-up shop.
combine, when they combine like that.
I love that.
Florida Avenue did a great job at Kaleidoscope by bringing in all of the artists as well.
Yeah.
And, like, they paired them with beers. Like it was really
Yeah.
very, very curated. Like I think
Yeah.
that's a cool.
And I think I think you have to be intentional.
Yeah.
But there's a way to just, listen, but why is it so slow? Well, you can just market through it. Now, and I will say, I opened a business, which was not beer related, but I opened a business that literally sent people, it was a service that sent people into your home. And I don't want to, put out what it was because it doesn't matter. But we opened 2 months before COVID. And now I have to convince people that you will let my employees into your home. And we had record sales. And it was, okay, well then I'm going to get everybody certified in how to do this the best they can and actually increase your odds of not getting COVID. And so we did the work to make sure that it was the right thing to do to still send people into the homes. And then we just marketed the crap out of it. And, we went from like a company that had just started into like a, 5-figure a month revenue source and employing 13 people.
That's awesome.
And so and I guess maybe it's just an overinflated like marketing. But I just think that the summer is coming and it's a reality.
It seemed like summer's a good time to get creative, to like
Yes.
be innovative, try these new ideas, see what your enthusiasts want to do in their free time and hang
Or you're
out.
beer curious. And
Collab.
bring in more beer curious people. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that there's too many that go, well, we have this great group of locals that kind of carry us through the summer. And I get that. That is amazing. And especially now that having that group of locals they're like gold. But that doesn't mean we just go, oh, well, we just sit around with the locals and drink
Right.
pop open some beers and like hope that the next season is better.
Well, you have to like you take your like money that, I mean, at least in a brewery business perspective, you have to take your money that you make through season to get you through summer
Right.
sometimes,
Yes.
But summer's a great time for like cleaning and
Yes.
fixing things that you didn't have time to fix during season, like a broken
Piece
door
of
frame
glass.
or a
Anything.
tile or, the walk-in door that's been wonky for like a hot minute. So we probably should have fixed a little earlier.
Maybe get some thicker glassware so that we're not
Glassware,
shattering them.
perhaps.
Not that I'm speaking from experience.
No. This is all hypothetical.
I definitely didn't shatter 4 glasses this week.
Oh,
Maybe you moved some things that haven't been swept.
rearrange. Yeah.
I think the summer is such a good time for brew. It's all about your mindset too.
Yeah.
Because if you go into any job and you're just like, well, it's so slow, I don't want to work because it's summer.
Right.
Like,
That's the wrong mindset.
yeah,
Yeah.
get out of this, industry.
I call them like the Eeyores of beer.
Yeah.
Well, it's just slow out there, so we'll just try to push our way through.
Oh.
And I'm like, man, it's slow. What can we do?
Yeah.
What can we make more exciting?
Yeah.
So that's always my mindset. Now, I will say, and I do get to say this now, which I have not been able to say at other times, I will be joining the team at Unrefined when they move to Dunedin. Don't know quite the days yet and what that schedule is going to look like. But because it's Dunedin and because baseball just started, my summer is going to look a little different because I am going to work the hell out of baseball. And that's going to be amazing. And I'm super excited to go to Dunedin and do that. It's a whole different world there. That is a whole different beer culture in that area than it is in other places, which I'm excited for. I love that. I did also start a commerce, which everybody knows because I already put it out everywhere and put pictures everywhere.
You're just taking over Pinellas Pasco.
Yeah, I'm going to be everywhere. Definitely, if you don't see me in the next few months, like you hid. You hid from me. You hid from beer. Shame on you.
You're going to the same trivia every Tuesday.
I actually probably will be at Emerald Coast more on Thursdays now. Cool. And I've been doing trivia and it's been kind of back and forth. So I'm actually going to, and we talked about this and because I had this idea a few months ago, but I'm going full in with it and we're just going to see where it goes over the summer, but it's going to be family brewed.
Okay.
Love the name.
Yeah.
Family brew.
And it's Family Feud style trivia.
Absolutely.
So instead of it being just trivia, it's going to be the top 10. And
I love
yeah. And I worked it all out, on how we can do it for teams. And yeah. And instead of it just being 2 teams, we can do multiple. And that took a while to work out. But yes, so family brewed.
I'm so excited.
That's exciting for me. I love to see something different. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe people will walk in and be like, this sucks. Like, this was the dumbest thing ever. And you know what?
I'm so excited to see how you do it.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting to just kind of see how it goes. I'm always one, like, I don't care if it fails.
As long as you do it.
Yeah. Like, let's just try it. Like, I don't know if it's going to work. Will people like this? I don't know. I like it. I think it's fun. Or, they do it over there and it seems to work, but nobody does this one.
Yeah.
This is literally, and everybody goes, well, how are you going to do that? And I'm like, I don't know yet.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I don't know.
You need a whiteboard, I guess.
Yeah. So I have figured out, I've actually tested it out a few times and it does work out. So if you want to know how Family Feud style trivia works out at a brewery, come to Emerald Coast I started this Thursday because why not? And I just
Family
throw
Brew.
things at the wall and go, yeah, let's try it.
You know what? Speaking of throwing things at a wall, this podcast was something that we literally have been talking about for so long.
2 years.
And we finally, you did all these starter episodes and we were traveling and whatever. And we're here now.
Yes.
In
so
studio. It's just stuck. It works. It's persistence and dedication and care.
Yeah.
And and I will say, and I feel like this is like kind of a beer week recap, but also like what's going on for summer.
Yeah.
So many people at Beer Week said, "Oh, I've seen your stuff," and I was like, "Ooh, I'm really sorry about the audio quality." And they all are like, "Yeah, it happens." But what you guys said was awesome.
Right.
And
my point was like, but we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing
We're
it.
fixing it as we go. And it's only been more amazing anyways. There's so many people who I've talked to about starting a podcast.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, let me know when you want to get involved. And
I was like,
perfectionism, I think, takes over.
Yes.
So you're like, just do it. And that's the key. And then it just gets better and better and you grow.
Yeah, one day my mentor was Scott and he always said keep going, keep going, keep going. And I've been talking about a beer podcast. We started talking about 2 years ago. And then all of a sudden I just went, okay, we're starting mid-January. Do you want to do it? And you were like, oh, I'm doing it.
You're doing it
You
anyway.
choose
I'm
a
like,
date and you go.
And I was like, so either you're doing it with me all the time or you're going to do it with me once a month, or I don't care. I'm moving forward and you're coming with me.
Thank you for pushing me, both of you.
Yeah. And it all worked out. We didn't even realize we'd all do it together. And now here we all again, all together. It's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And all of a sudden me and Taylor were talking. I'm like, Kat would have loved this conversation. I'm like, that's it. Like, this is how we do it. Like, this is how, and it's just, yeah. And that is, it's just throwing things at a wall and being like, yeah, okay, well, this stuff in the middle, that worked.
Yeah.
And do it again.
And let's just keep doing it
Do it
until
again,
it works
do it again,
more.
do it again.
So Family Brewed is going to be great.
Yeah, eventually.
So keep it up. Well, no, but I mean, just like
It already is
positive
great,
perspective.
Yeah,
It already
no,
is
I'm
great.
excited.
super excited about it. And I
Go.
and I think more breweries are, well, like we need to innovate. Honestly, the events need to be, and I get, I hate trivia. And, it's because everybody goes through the same 3 like trivia dealers and dealers.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Persona.
Right?
It's like there's only a few there's companies, but then they hire these people
And it's the same 3 because those people will come with these big lights and this big thing. And honestly, like, I'm sure every brewery has someone on their staff right now that would do an amazing event about something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if it's
Ask
trivia.
your staff.
I don't know if it's music bingo. I don't know what it is, but there is a staff member that every brewery has where if they were to put out, hey, if you could do an event, a class, whatever, on something you love, what would it be? And let them all give you their ideas.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, I do the astrology readings that I've been doing at breweries. I mean, I've done it at Emerald Coast for a year now. And it's just the consistency of it. Now it's starting to spread, doing it in other places at Sky
amazing.
Puppy, at a winery.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I love
I know.
that. I'm sure mine too.
May 1st.
But yeah, and I think everyone has someone on their staff that, because listen, as much as I love beer and I am in it to be in beer full time, which I know, like we've talked about it. Beer is our career, but it's not your career.
It's something I love.
But it's something you love, but it's not necessarily your career. And that's okay.
Yeah.
There are so many breweries that have some amazing people on staff that do have a dream and what they want their career to be. And if they were to harness that,
Absolutely.
they could have a very, very unique experience for their people that are coming in, their beer enthusiasts.
Everyone has something to give, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, like, even if it's not a career thing, like, you have a community of people that you care about.
Yes.
Like, I've volunteered many times with Keeping Elves Beautiful. I believe in cleaning up beaches.
Yeah.
Like, and if you can tie that in with your brewery, which I did at one point in time, it was even more meaningful for me.
Right.
And then those cleanups that I set up, those are still happening. They're happening in Hurricane Eddies, like all of their locations. Like, they still meet up quarterly to do cleanups. Like, even though I haven't been to one in a long time, sorry, Michelle. But that's a really cool thing. So even if it's not a career thing,
whatever your passion
is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point.
And I do think that if more brewery owners and brewery managers and all that were to look at their staff as, and I say that, like, your staff are your best marketers and your best innovators.
Absolutely.
And because number one, they're the face. I mean, like, they're the ones talking to your customers
all the time.
all the time. And
paid to talk to the customers all the time.
And your customers are telling them everything.
Yes.
Their life stories, what's going on with their children and their grandchildren and their life. And we're doing the same back. Some of my closest friends started out as customers. But these are things that, number one, if you were to go to your staff and say, what are your goals and dreams outside of the brewery? Just if you were to hold a class, if you were to hold just a talk, anything on something that you love, what would it be? Number one, your staff is going to be much more invested in your success because you care about theirs. Yeah. And they're also going to market the crap out of that, because then all of their coworkers are going to be like, yeah, I want to see you do that. That astrology is awesome and I love how you do it. So let me tell every customer that comes in, hey, we have astrology readings the first Wednesday of every month. You should come and see Taylor because she's amazing. She did my reading and it was so on point. It was so wonderful. Then those become, number one, is free.
Yeah.
This is a free, because a lot of breweries are like, I just don't have the money to put into marketing. I don't have the money to put into this. You know what? You have a whole staff of people. Have you ever said to them, hey, if you guys could put together a funny video about working here, what would it look like?
Love to do that.
And let just back off and let them collaborate and let them put in classes or talks or whatever that speak to them. And then let that show through to your patrons, your enthusiasts, your beer curious people, because they will keep coming back. Because I will say this, like, listen, I know the guys that do the trivia and the bingo and all that, and they're great people. I'm not saying anything. It's a job. They do it and they love it.
They love it. Like,
but when you see someone going after their dream, it hits different.
It does. You feel it.
And when your customers come in like, wow, number one, this is an owner that wants to see their staff, their team follow their goals.
Absolutely.
You just become a more engaged customer that's going to come in more. You're going to spend more. You're going to do all those things, which I'm not saying, like, well, let's manipulate our customers to spend more. No. They're supporting a place where they believe in your goals also. And your goals are, I want to see everybody succeed.
Yeah, the whole family.
Yeah. And I think that kind of mindset, and like you guys said, it's a mindset thing, and there's a lot of great breweries that make great beer and they go, yeah, well, we make great beer. And then we just wait. We make great beer and then we sit here and go like, okay, someone come try our great beer. And it's like, that's awesome.
That's part of it.
If I didn't Google you, I never would have come in here. And I only Googled you because I go to every brewery.
Right.
So
I've got a book that says you're here. Because I was down the street and this other place recommended you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. No, and I will say this, the one thing about breweries, I get this all the time when customers come in and they go, I was at another brewery and they told me I should come here.
Exactly.
And I was like, which brewery? And then they'll tell me and I'll go, oh, they're fantastic. When you go back, this is my favorite beer there.
Yes.
And so that's always going to be that way. It's just like in us in the industry.
Absolutely.
But I do think that
I think we're gonna hang out at just one.
No, I know.
We're gonna
drink
all
one beer for the rest of my life.
Need variety.
Yeah.
That's the craft
need
beer industry
variety.
too.
Variety and support.
Yeah. So it was. I see that as one of when people ask, well, what's going to happen to the craft beer? What's going to happen to breweries? There's so many less people in the tap room, and there's so many fewer people at the events, and there's fewer this and fewer that and fewer this. And I'm like, man, you have such a talented group of people inside of every brewer. I have never been into a brewery ever where I didn't look at that staff and go, what a crazy, talented group of people this is. Maybe not always in beer.
Even when I travel.
Yeah.
Like, even like completely out of state with people I don't even know. When I go to a restaurant, I personally don't get as connected or invested. Maybe it's just because maybe it's a me thing that I'm more invested in the breweries and I'm trying to poke and pick questions. But like all the breweries that I've ever been to nationwide, they all have such amazing staff, amazing crew.
Yeah.
Whether they have good beer or not, respectfully.
Yeah.
They're just all very interesting people with like cool passions, cool hobbies. You're like, what do you do? And you're like, oh dang, I want to go do that. Like, what do you do in this area? You're like,
I play the electric violin and I do it all to rap music.
Right. Like where do you perform? I mean, come see us. Yeah. Really interesting people.
Yes, very.
And so I think one of the most untapped areas in the brewery is their staff.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Slow to the uptake on that one, but I like it.
I was waiting. I was like, oh, that's coming. That's a good one.
I hear she works with me a lot. She's like, I know where this is going. But yeah, I think that breweries need to innovate. We've been saying it. We can keep saying it. Well, I'll probably say it 7,000 times more. But here's a way you go into. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer for your brewery is, but I know you have a staff that is in there every single day and they have ideas.
Oh yeah.
And they probably have some much hidden talents that you have no idea they have. And some of them you may go, oh, okay, why don't we try that on a Tuesday? And then some of them you're going to go, that's Friday night material right there. But tap into that. And I think we could get through the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Big thing. What, if anything, are you doing events? What are your big plans that people have for the summer beer wise? Like beer events? Do you have anything? Like, I'm not saying like tell everybody where you're going on vacation.
What do you hear? Coordinates are
vacation. I mean, if any time to take a vacation, probably summer.
It is the summer. Yeah. I try to take one over the summer. I'm gonna take a bunch of mini ones.
Yeah.
But because it is 1,000,000 degrees outside. Are there any big events that you're looking forward to in the summer? Any big things that you're like, yeah, this is going to be really cool. So this question I sent to you beforehand, so you can't even.
I had one and I thought about it on my way here. I'm like, it's not confirmed that I'm going yet, so I actually can't talk.
Okay,
but it's very cool.
I know that the Brewers Guild conference is in the summer.
Conference. I'm gonna go to that.
Yeah, so I'm
I'll be down to go to that. So that's gonna be happening in
Jacksonville this year.
I believe that's the 26th through the 29th
of July. I mean,
Okay.
it's summer,
End of deep
July.
summer.
Yeah, we're deep summer.
I mean, we have birthdays in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah, I don't. I'm January.
You're the opposite.
Like I'm already done. Someone asked me the other day, well, when's your birthday? I'm like, oh, it already happened.
Yeah.
I'm at an age where I'm like, yeah, let's not talk about this. So,
Whatever. Timeless.
Just be nice to ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just a point where you're like, you stop counting.
Yeah.
It's a mindset over a number.
As long as it's like if you live life every day, like
yeah,
it's
of
your
course,
birthday,
it's a
then
mindset
I'm
over
okay
a
with
number.
that. Okay. Jacksonville's gonna be cool. I'm gonna try to go a little bit early because I think it's it's Monday through Wednesday, so I'm gonna try to stay late for the week. I think is what the plan is.
All right,
so I can go in the market and sell some beer and hang out with my progressive reps. So
I'm
I'm
nice.
kind of gonna make that a vacation, but it's really a work.
There you go.
Yeah,
That works.
No,
Double dip.
that'd be cool.
It'll be very fun.
And then do you have anything like cool, like any markets you're planning, anything over the summer
Right
yet?
now,
Not
nothing not in the beer arena of things quite yet. Well, to be determined. But I mean, now that we've got the studio set up, we will be here a bit more, which is pretty exciting. That is very exciting.
We have AC, which we did not have most of the time during beer week. So
thank goodness.
See you for the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
We also will have Tallahassee Beer Fest coming up in August. I will be one of the they're calling it amateur, but I'm going to say celebrity.
I like that.
I will be one of the amateur celebrity / cool people's chefs at Try This in a couple weeks. Yep. And then we'll have Tallahassee Beer Fest coming up in August. And then, of course, Halfway There is in August.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I'll be there for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm always there with you for that. So last year, this is funny. My wristband ended up having to be given to someone else. So I didn't have a wristband.
Yeah.
And someone they were like, oh, are you going to be okay? I'm like, everybody knows me.
Everybody.
Nobody's stopping me from getting anywhere.
I know.
And then
I always try to be respectful. Like, I don't want to be like coming off as what's his name, Ron Burgundy, like, Gina, who I am. Yeah. I don't want to have that big deal energy.
Yeah, like
I'm not.
But I just knew that nobody was going to stop me. So
there's a difference.
Yeah, like I wasn't like, well, nobody's going to stop me.
I know.
It was like,
I know.
Don't worry about it. Take the wristband.
Some people could very easily be like, don't you know who I am?
Yeah,
we won't name names.
No, but someone finally did stop me, and Courtney was right next to them, and I was like, yeah, like, I'm sorry. And I'm like apologizing. Sure. And Courtney's like, she can go, but here, why don't we give you another wristband? Yeah. But nobody up until, I mean, I think it was like, we were almost till the end before anyone even noticed that I didn't have a wristband. But
it's funny what you can get away with. A side note.
Yeah. When you just walk like you're meant to be there.
Yeah, when you just walk.
Because like there's that whole theory about a ladder. Like you can get into any place if you just are carrying a ladder. And you're just like, excuse me. Because people are just like, oh,
I'm sorry.
You're here for a reason.
Obviously,
you're working.
A ladder with them, right? But I feel the same way about like a polo.
Yes.
If you're in a polo with like a branded polo, I'm not kidding. No one asks you what you did.
Anything. Because then they're like, are we supposed to know that person?
I've gotten into multiple festivals, not because I couldn't have like, walked up and gotten my ticket or whatever, but I was just like on my way in somewhere and I was like, excuse me. And then I realized afterwards, I was like, why did they just like let me?
So I like that.
They let
a
me
social
everywhere.
experiment.
Yeah. All my boys, I have 4 boys, and they were all like, you're just so intimidating.
Yeah.
Like you walk in a room with that mom energy. Like don't upset mom. Like if mom's coming through, you just let her go. Like mom's coming through. I don't know where she's going, but I'm just gonna let her go.
Also, if you're supposed to be there and you get stopped, you're just explaining your situation.
Yeah, and you're like,
fine.
yeah.
So I'm not trying to like get you into like concert series.
No,
anything.
I'm just saying. I will say I have gone into more. When I worked in politics, and I got into more rooms just because I walked in, and everyone just went like, I don't know who she is, but I guess she's meant to be here. and nobody wanted to ask me who I was, so I just got to be there.
I actually
That worked.
genuinely believe that.
Yeah.
You have that energy.
I just walked in and just sat down, and you could see people looking and like,
Who is she?
and then and everyone just decided like, yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, let her go. Like, she's
She's not a
fine.
disturbance. She's doing great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but no, we have a lot of cool things. Like, those are some cool things, and I'm sure
Oh, there's so many like
there's
lots
gonna
of,
be stuff coming up.
lots of things are happening in summer. St. Pete has, the Pride Festival.
Yeah, that's gonna be
end
some
of June.
June,
Our
yeah.
6-year anniversary at Gulfport is the end of June.
Nice.
4th of July is always crazy for
Right.
events and things.
Emerald
so-
Coast will have its
Their
3-year on
anniversary.
4th of
Yeah,
July.
it'll be 3 years. So we'll be, and there's always the anniversary parties. I try to make as many as I can, but
Absolutely. Yeah. We're gonna have 6. Gulfport's doing what we did last year, which is a like mini brew fest. So we'll do 6 collaborations with
That'll be
6 different breweries,
Wow.
and then we'll have them show up and serve their beers, and then have those beers on top.
oh, that's
So,
gonna be
That's
fun.
sweet. I
So
like that.
lots of cool things that we have to look forward to in the summer, especially with the podcast. I actually, and I'm not going to tell you, I leave everything as a surprise. I love your authentic like reactions to things, which I know you probably both are like, I hate her for that. It makes good radio.
No,
So
it's
like,
good.
like it's fun.
It's
I have
nice.
some really fun stuff that I'm going to throw at you guys.
I'm ready.
So just be ready. I'm ready. They're going to just have to wing it. And we will see everyone else, our enthusiasts, our beer curious, and all of our beer people in the industry that do love us. And we love you guys. But we will see you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.